could see a lot of you are used to trading, as in buy, trade, report, as opposed to what the base followers and this channel is about, which is buy and hold with minor trading. That is why a lot of you seem to be unconcerned about all the reporting that I talked about yesterday. So let's give this a little chat and see how this all works out. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, the 21st of July, 2025. And a lot of you understood yesterday's video clearly, but a lot of you have not. So specifically, I want to address the curiosity as to why I am concerned. Short version is that you are probably a newer subscriber or a subscriber that didn't turn on bell notifications, so you're only used to a couple of my videos, and that's cool, no problem, not judging, not saying anything bad about anybody. But my thing is this, I'm stuck behind overcautious Karen here, just bear with me. In short, a lot of people are used to trading. With trading, you gotta record all your transactions. They have to be reported for tax purposes, and of course, so you're used to all this reporting. You may trade commodities on commodities market, which is cool. That's all right. We like commodities here, and more than likely, our cryptos will fill definitions of commodities. Now, that being said, initially, this channel started for people to buy and hold. Minimal trading, as in swapping one asset for another perhaps, or putting your money into a stable coin, and then from there, buying something. After that, the expectation was you would hold it for the minimum of 1 year to avoid certain capital gains, and perhaps even up to 5 years. Now, things have changed, and we also have a lot of new subscribers who are used to trading, and you guys don't operate that way, and that's cool. Not judging, again, not judging. Good buddy of the channel, Trader Steve, he's a huge trader. He could sit there in front of the computer all day eating Pop-Tarts or something and just watch the chart. And that's awesome in its own kind of way. And I kind of sort of do that, but after a while it's like maybe I have ADHD or something. But in any case, the point I'm trying to make is that what we have going on is a situation where they changed the game on everyone. They didn't bother to tell anybody. They gave little inklings to it, and then from there went ahead, put these 3 bills through, and just suddenly changed everything. The level of reporting now is dangerous, because here's why. Remember FDR? Some of you may not know about the gold seizure. I forgot what year it was, but in short, it was the government banned private holding of gold, forced everyone to give in their gold at a very cheap price, and then afterwards jacked up the price and just made a huge, insane profit. So, with that in mind, you gotta ask yourself, because now people back then were very law-abiding. Well, let's not use the term law-abiding. Let's just say they were very obedient, not understanding their individual freedom as much as they were sort of manipulated because of their duty and loyalty, their personal responsibility. Here's the point. That was a great manipulation of gold often called FDR's gold seizure. You can look it up. I'm not going to explain everything to you. You got to do some research on your own here. Now, here's the thing. A government cannot seize an asset if it doesn't know where it is. They just got rid of that. You're going to be reporting your hardware wallet. They're basically pushing you into this zone where you're going to essentially need institutional custody. Now, the only way you're going to do institutional custody, really, you have to be an institution. So, more than likely, you're going to have to own an LLC. Well, what else did they do? They weakened LLCs. They went ahead. Yeah, I got to slow down here. These poor construction guys, no one else is slowing down for them. They weakened LLCs, made it easier for judges to pierce the veil, and then now they know where your assets are. They can seize them. You think they're going to give it back to you? You think they're going to give you a credit? You think any of this stuff? Here's my point. If you own a property as in a commodity, now of course, I'm not saying dodge the government. I always say if you got a problem with the government, petition the government, use what's built in the Constitution. But if you exercise great personal responsibility, as you should, because this is your money, this is your value, you keep up on your hardware wallet and everything else, in that case, then, gotta be very careful here, in that case, you're, in my humble opinion, the other thing I say is financial advice, but I'm of the opinion, if you exercise great responsibility and you do everything right, then more than likely, your stuff is not going to get stolen. You're not going to risk a collapse. You're not going to commingle funds because they're your funds. Everything that goes wrong with institutions. Now, another thing that it reminds me of, in the sense of government overreach, is that shorter version, they're kind of forcing you into banks as well. Now, all my Monero lovers will understand where I'm coming from with this, because if they're forcing you into banks, and nothing wrong with banks per se, in theory, application is something different, practice is different, but if they're forcing you into banks, now you're really maintaining the old system here. You're just swapping details. That, a lot of people would throw up their hands, oh, it's okay, it's on them. That's like saying your bank deposit's insured for $250,000. It's not. There's no money in the fund. So, again, they're having you trust the government. Trust. The whole idea of cryptocurrency is that you don't trust anybody. So that's my point, ladies and gentlemen. That's my concern in a nutshell. A lot of trust is going on here. You can't trust anybody. You can't expect anyone to pay you if they go belly up. It's that my synopsis of yesterday's video is that, again, having you trust everybody, but more so, they're directing the tide. They're directing the tide to you, once again, being stuck with these institutions that are basically have a history of exploiting people. So that's my concern in a nutshell, everyone. And what do I mean by Plan B? Plan B is, as we discussed on this channel, offshore trusts, offshore LLCs, Monero, R, which is Pirate Chain, Heck, even Verge is doing leaps and bounds on their stuff, and they are ISO. I found it. I put it on my X. I put the article on Medium. They became ISO roughly a year ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it in a nutshell. I always read the comments, so please comment down below what you think of this video. What do you think of my explanation? It's not paranoia, it's a cautionary tale. So again, please comment down below. Please like this video if you like videos like this. Please share it amongst your friends. Please subscribe, and of course ding that little bell, please. They're getting very big on the bell dinging at YouTube. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it, and I do appreciate your comments and questions. Thank you. So remember, everybody, stick it to the man, not to each other. They will find one way to have you stick it to each other, so this way they can feed it. Well, let me just leave that alone. All right, everyone, thanks for watching, and please